What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about the biggest self-improvement trap. This is a trap that a lot of people that stumble into self-help, personal development, self-improvement will fall into. This trap can leave you feeling depressed. It can leave you feeling unmotivated and just derail your whole process and get you to drop the whole notion of self-help, self-improvement, and even start to demonize it and tell people that like it's bullshit. There's a lot of videos on the internet about how self-help is bullshit, and for the most part, it's because the people, those people making those claims have fallen into this trap. I've seen it so many times, and I've seen these videos, and it's kind of an easy fix, but it's a very subtle problem. So I'm going to tell you about it today, and I'm going to tell you what the fix is for it also. So the biggest self-improvement trap is climbing to the summit without enjoying the view and thinking that there's a summit at all. That trap is essentially thinking that there is some end goal that you're working towards. You have this ideal of, okay, this is what I want to do, who I want to be, and I'm going to get there. And then once I get there, all the hard work is going to be over, and that's going to be it. I'm going to be done. That in itself is a trap, because there's no one summit that you're going to climb and it's going to be the answer to all your problems, and you're going to have no more problems, and you're not going to have to do any more personal development. Okay, personal development is a lifelong endeavor, and that is good news. The reason that is good news is because you have to learn how to enjoy the climb. And it's really not that hard to enjoy the climb. Once you start to like just be more conscious of the whole process that's going on while you're climbing, it's pretty easy to enjoy. It's pretty, you can realize that it's a fruitful thing that you're doing, and that in itself is rewarding. It's a rewarding feeling. So once you start to enjoy the climb, you're not gonna look for the end. You're not gonna think, okay, that's it, I'm done. You're not gonna think like this peak that I'm climbing to is a means to an end. Let me give you an example of what I mean by the peak that you're climbing to. Maybe it's a goal that you have. Maybe you wanna be better at communicating with people, and you think that that's gonna solve all your problems. That's gonna solve a lot of your problems. If you have a lot of social skills, developing social skills will indeed solve a lot of your problems. But it's not going to solve all your problems. Problems are something that are never going to go away in your human experience. But that's not bad news. That's good news. Because that means that you're always going to get to enjoy the climb. Because there's always another summit to climb to, so to speak. Obviously, my example with climbing to the summit without enjoying the climb is a metaphor. The summit is like the goal that you have in mind. But if you're reaching for a goal and you're not enjoying the process of getting there, and you're just kind of like hustling through it and kind of just like pulling yourself along, getting to the goal itself, hitting the summit, is going to be underwhelming. You're going to think, oh, I did all that for this? Like, sure, it's going to feel good to get there, but if you're not enjoying the climb, like, is it even worth it? You have to, sure, sometimes the climb is going to feel like it's exhausting, and you might feel like you're pulling yourself along. Sometimes. That's natural. That's unavoidable. That's where you persevere through. But for the most part, you should be enjoying the climb. And if you're not enjoying the climb, this whole process of self-improvement is going to feel like shit. It's going to leave you feeling depressed and unmotivated, and you're just going to want to quit. So understand that there is no one summit that you're going to climb up to that's going to be the answer to all your problems. Like I said before, problems are something that never go away in this human experience. You're simply trading away some pretty shitty problems. Maybe your problems are that you aren't good at talking to people, so you can't form good relationships, and you don't know how to make money in a way that you enjoy. Maybe those are two problems that you hit the summit of, so to speak. And you find the answer to those problems, and you put them into practice, and you now have the solution that you utilize in your everyday life. Those are some problems that you found the answers to, but those, you're literally just trading in your problems for better problems. Okay, so once you figure out how to have good relationships with people, maybe now you run into a problem of, where do I find like high quality people that I can develop these good relationships with, that I actually care to develop good relationships with? So that's just an example of how you're literally just going to be trading in shitty problems for slightly better problems. And that's a lifelong endeavor. But that's good news, because happiness comes from solving our problems. That is to say that the process, the climb itself, is an enjoyable process. It might take a while to start to understand how that's the case. Once you dive in to solving the problems, if you're somebody with poor eating habits, poor exercise habits, just overall very low energy, the climb might feel like shit. But once you solve those problems, and now you have higher energy levels, you're actually going to enjoy the climb. It's going to be a place where you look forward to expending your energy in. So that is fundamentally the problem of self-help, or the biggest problem of self-help is people think that they have this ideal that they're trying to get to, and then it's going to answer all their problems. But when that's your mindset, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, because you're never actually going to get to that one summit, that ideal in your mind that I want to get from point A to B. And once I'm at point B, then my life is solved. You're never actually going to get there. And that might sound a little bit depressing, but for all the reasons that I just said, it's not. It's actually, that's good news. That's a happy thought. Like the fact that you're always going to get to climb to a new summit. A different way to start thinking about the individual summits is that rather than those being like the means to the end, those are just a place of celebration and maybe some rest and reflection. Once you accomplish that thing, you can take some time to like relax and think, okay, like I'm proud of myself. Reflect on the process of getting there, and then look at the next summit and start climbing there. So I think it was a quote from Nelson Mandela where he said, don't take your eyes off the summit, but make sure you enjoy the climb. And that is precisely the solution to this number one self-help problem. The problem of climbing to the summit without enjoying the actual climb itself, and even just thinking that the summit is the end, because there's always another summit. But like I said, that's good news. So you just have to reframe the whole idea of self-help in your mind, because otherwise you're just going to be like climbing the ladder, and as you climb the ladder, it's just going to grow and grow and grow, and you're thinking that there's an end to the ladder. You're thinking that you're going to climb to the end of the ladder and step onto the platform that the ladder leads to, and then like you're in heaven and that's it. But the ladder always grows. There's just like little checkpoints on the way where you can stop off and enjoy yourself. But enjoy the actual act of climbing up the ladder. Enjoy the process of self-improvement. And if you're just starting, it won't be long before, if you implement this mindset, it's important to actually consciously think about it this way. Otherwise, you're just gonna watch it all pass you by. If you start to consciously think about it this way, before long, you're gonna be noticing that you're gonna be springing out of bed, ready to do, your practices, your meditation, take your cold shower, read that book, put what you're learning into action, into the world, into practice, and you're just going to really start to enjoy the whole process and the whole idea of self-improvement and self-help. It's a lifelong endeavor, guys, and this is because we have limitless potential. What we're trying to do in self-improvement is actualize our potential, but we have limitless potential. So like I said, it's a lifelong endeavor, and that is good news. So that is the number one trap in self-help. If you fall into it, you're probably going to find yourself feeling a little bit depressed, lacking motivation, and just kind of thinking like you want to quit, and why did I even get started here in the first place? That might feel a little bit in conflict with the fact that maybe you're seeing some actual tangible results in your life. There's the answer to the dilemma, that conflict that you're facing. It's because your mindset is framed in a way where you think you're working towards an end of something. And also, you're not enjoying the process itself. So understand that there's no end, and that that's a good thing, and that the process itself is a very fruitful and enjoyable endeavor, and you will find yourself stepping over this trap and not getting caught in it. Or if you're currently in this trap, there's the key to opening the door and stepping out of the trap. All right, guys, that's the end for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like. Subscribe to my channel for more valuable content like this. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Share it with a friend. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.